Hey, welcome to the Explainer. So you've probably heard the terms AI agent and agentic AI thrown around a lot, right? They sound almost exactly the same, but trust me, the difference between them is absolutely massive. So let's get into it and figure out what really separates the two.
And that's really the big question we're tackling today. What is the real difference here? In the next couple of minutes, we're going to break this down with some super simple, everyday examples that'll make the distinction totally clear. All right, first up, let's talk about the AI agent. The best way to get this is to think of it as a helpful but very literal assistant. So at its core, an AI agent is a tool that's built to follow your specific instructions. It's a specialist, It's designed to do a particular job you give it and to do that job as efficiently as it can. And you know what? You're actually using these things all the time. Anytime you ask your smart speaker a question, or when Netflix recommends a movie, or when you use a chatbot to book a flight, yep, you're working with an AI agent. Each one is programmed to do its one thing really, really well. So, if there's one thing to remember, it's this. An AI agent is like that helpful assistant. You give it a direct command, and it gets that specific task done. Simple, focused, and honestly, incredibly useful. Okay, now let's level up to agentic AI. And this is where it gets really, really cool, because we're moving way beyond just following simple orders and into something that's much more autonomous. So, unlike that helpful assistant we just talked about, an agentic AI has this built-in sense of purpose. It has autonomy. It's not just sitting around waiting for your next command, it's actively figuring out how to work toward a larger goal all by itself.
And this process here really shows how that works. You might give an agentic system a really broad objective, and it sets its own smaller goals. Then, it makes its own decisions, plans out the steps to get there, and this is the most important part, it adapts. If something doesn't work or new info comes in, it changes its plan to find a better way forward.
The perfect way to think about this is like a mini project manager, right? You don't tell a project manager every single tiny step they need to take. You give them a goal, like, hey, launch this new product, and they figure out the strategy, the planning, and all the execution to make it happen.
Okay, so we've met our helpful assistant and our autonomous project manager. Now let's put them right next to each other to make the core difference between them totally obvious. When you boil it all down, it really comes to this. An AI agent follows instructions. An agentic AI takes initiative. One is reactive, it waits for you to tell it what to do. The other is proactive and adaptive. It works towards a big goal on its own. It's the difference between just doing a task and actually strategizing to achieve a mission. So why do we even care about this distinction? Well, because getting this difference is the key to understanding where AI is headed. We are right now moving from a world where AI is just a simple tool to one where it's becoming a complex collaborator. And here it is, the simplest way to lock this in your brain. AI agents help you with your tasks. Agentic AI acts more independently, thinking ahead for you. That tiny little shift in one word, from with to for, that changes everything.
And that, of course, leaves us with a pretty huge question to think about. As AI keeps evolving from that helpful assistant to an autonomous project manager, what does that actually mean for the way we work, the way we create, and, well, the way we live? Definitely a lot to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me.